Hi, everybody. I think I figured out me, okay? Ishtar's Garden, right? Ishtar's Garden was where warriors went to where they could soothe their fears and get out whatever they needed. But Ishtar's Garden was also where maidens could see things. Maidens could see the evil in other men. So I believe that when I can see people, I see evil. So when I rode around, see, I had, like I said, I had my TV, okay? And I had one computer that died on me in the same time. So I got to ride around with Steve and Apple because those people, like, they went online, right? So in their two channels, I was never bullied, because they were good to me, like I could talk about my bunny rabbits and Maddie would talk to me because sometimes Apple was driving, and when they would go through the drive-throughs, and for me it was like I was in their vehicle. You don't understand unless you people understand how much I loved you. So when I got to ride around with Steve, because Steve is a warrior, that's why I think none of these things are coincidences. Because I know it scares Steve. I know I do. Because Steve doesn't Steve listens. He allowed me to speak on his lives. But there's only a few women could shake him like his auntie did, who probably came up behind him in a church and hugged that fucking, and I swear, but that's me. Fire truck, or I've been in churches, and that's probably why I got whatever, because I always had a bullshit meter. I was a blood birth. I almost died. I was born in the elevator. And all these people that tell me they have psychic gifts, you do not know the stuff I know. Because every time I go to sleep, more of my past lives are being revealed. It wasn't just the Esposito brothers hallway that I went down as the only female, and I was a goalie. We went all over together, our hockey team, most of them native, children of survivors that were taken off their land. Their mothers, fathers had their hair cut off, told them they were bad, they were dirty. So, when I went around, when I went around in healing circles, as, like I said, I don't have my eagle feather. But each person that comes in and listens to my story is part of my feather. Because again, when the snow goes in spring, Israel Keys told everyone how evil he was. This man was a bank robber. And I'll say again, if a cop wasn't there, we could have found out more. Because a female should have been in front of Candace. And like I said to Steve, when I saw those men walking as you drove by going, Chalk, hey, the dog's name is Chalk, right, Steve? Those men's head were hanging down because they knew they did something. And I'll say again, at the start of Trump's presidency, Mr. Comey, you never, ever wanted to shake that man's hands because you're a man of honor. The Ukrainian brothers, the twins that were in the military, they're of my heritage. When I started telling my story, nobody will ever go back and see that when I said I was Ukrainian, a few days later, Ukraine was hacked. Before I started telling my story, we had volcanoes like blowing up because my internal being was, I was being shut down because Scott, AB in Canada, told everybody I was the Unabomber. So just that tag alone, nobody would ever take anything that I said because he put a tag on me, the Unabomber. And I will find a lawyer who would like to go after AB for what he said right from the start. Because again, it's up in the cloud like Snowden said it. Hi, Sammy. Snowden said it. Everything is in the cloud. You can delete it. You can think you did. But don't forget, McAfee said it before he died. Wake up, my children. Wake up, my children. You're all being tracked. My name at the start of the bullying was Kimmy Craig. Right? Kimmy Craig. And then as one guy said to me in an email under a page when I started doing my lives, his name was Joe Smo, sent me to a site. I can't find this person, but this person completed me. Because I know when I was lost in the bush, I was saved by a mama Sasquatch. Because under the video, I put a link to the man. Look at the amount of subscribers this guy has. I put a link to one of his latest videos. This man has been everywhere, and everyone who has seen and experienced stuff the government wants for people not to see. These people are brave enough to write in, and he reads their emails, people. This man completed me because he believes, and hopefully one day he'll comment on one of my pages, because those that I think really care about me and are seeing that I did see that the boys were killed when I drove with Steve in his vehicle, as he said, Chalk. And I said to Steve in there, those are fighting sticks. Those are sticks. They are carrying sticks to keep somebody at bay. So if you go up to him, he's going to fucking hit you with those. Why do you think he was a drummer? That fucking idiot drummed all over those little boys. And I bet you he drummed on their heads. But I'm Kimmy. But when I left at the start of my abuse, because every, I know. Because it's not, Sammy, it's not just those two little babies. That whole crew had bunches of fucking babies, and they lived around pedophiles. So it's just not those two. So at the start, I was Kimmy Craig. I went to music of Reagan Bone Man, As You Are, because people would not return my phone calls, right? The people I called about, I have. Listen to me, listen to me. Why do you think the police officers are not standing behind that couple? Because they were fucking lying then. No cop would have put their badge behind them. So that police officer told you right then they were fucking liars. And that's a good fucking cop to me. Even if you guys want to say he was an actor. Because they went back to the fucking fires that in the last couple of weeks I kept saying, somebody answer my fucking phone, right? People look back at the timestamps of the last few videos because finally some fucking people are emailing me back. And the one lady I got a phone number from, that man, his channel will become huge out of this fucking world. Because again, when women talk, a woman can control a bear. Because she's a little bitty woman married to a fucking bear. She's not married to a fucking chihuahua like Benny Keys, who can drop his seed wherever he goes. So I tell all you YouTubers that I did email, that are reputable creators, that I loved and adored from the start, and I'm no thanks. And crime scenes obsessed. You too grew. Your stream was growing on lies. Because No Thanks and Benny Keys took Steve's son away from him because of fucking lies and rumors. And again, if Steve's son is not riding in his vehicle and I see him on live, when that big wolf is training his little wolf with Shadow in the vehicle saying, Kimmy, thank you for finally fucking saying it was true. I should have listened to you. And I'm going to get his kid in his vehicle. As I cough, like I said, when I cough, the truth comes out. Benny Keys, No Thanks and Crime Scenes Obsessed. Because you were in emails with me, right, Emma? You're part of the spin, you're part of the lies. So every second Steve is not with his son, and I don't see them riding in a vehicle to the desert, and I get like a little fucking message from them saying, you want to go for the ride in the desert? And Steve again, like I said, I'm an empath. I feel everything. Your auntie was dying. I found your number out of God knows where, because if I could find that fucking bitch's number that said, call me back on this phone, because I don't have an international phone line. When I do find that number, I will give it to our authorities, because that's when you guys stop fucking returning my phone calls. So what the fuck is going on? Goodbye from Canada, because in 15 minutes I can tell you everything. And Griff, good luck, darling. I lovers you from Canada. Because women can say things a lot faster and see the truth. Because women bear our children. We carry pain. Men are the soldiers, and better start listening to this bitch, because remember, I was an Army cadets. I told you from the start how they disposed of those little boys. And nobody fucking cared then. So, again, if you had death around you, something happened to you, because I noticed a lot more women's names when I went to Steve's recent post, and I posted my lives. Hi, Gail Thornberry. And a couple other people. Thumbs up and hi from Canada. Because I'm going to post my lives under every one of your names and say, Griffey is a good guy, and Crenshaw is returning my emails. And when the women get together, we'll take down all you fucking lying men that are sitting or going outside for a pee. Because I think somebody is maybe Benny Keys isn't going to go pee outside, because I said, somebody shoot him in the pee-pee with a paintball gun. So when he's on live, yep, thumbs up to that, eh, Sammy? Because I'm ending this. If he goes live outside, somebody starts stalking his house. Hey, the guy who he killed his pit bull. Watch when Benny Keys goes live. Fuck somebody. Somebody said knows who the guy was that he killed his pit bull. Send him a paintball gun for me. And say, Kimmymonster from Canada said, take that son of a bitch out on live as he goes for a pee. Because remember, he's holding the phone, looking down, dominating people. Because he's a gay man. Because he pops his seed wherever he goes. And loves them and leaves them. But somebody's going to shoot him in the pee-pee for Kimmymonster in Canada. And we're all going to get to see it live. So, hey. Goodbye from Kimmymonster Snowball Nation. Don't fuck with me. I see things. I feel things. And don't you wish you would have fucking listened to me earlier? Right? Or was it better to sell t-shirts? Because who made money on selling t-shirts, right? Sure wasn't the channels, right? So, yikes. Somebody's gonna shoot me in the pee-pee. And I could just see the police officer in Bakersfield. I know you probably listened to me and said, the cop that I love you because you're handsome. I always liked bald men. I wish I could remember your name, sir, because you probably had everybody watching going, fuck that girl knows shit. And she didn't. Canada! So, love you, sir. And have a good retirement. And when you do have your party, I wish I could make your cake. Because remember, I made wedding cakes and a whole bunch of other cakes and X-rated birthday cakes. And I'm not going to say anything about that because Benny Keys has tried to strike my channel. And I don't even make money. Holy fuckers. Bye-bye. Bye-bye-bye-bye. 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 Bye.